Please, buy me and make me your wife, whispered the Apache Woma, chained like a wild animal. The dust of the frontier market clung to everything, skin, breath, silence, and to her most of all. Ayana knelt at the center of it, wrists bound tightly behind her back, rope biting into skin that had once known only freedom. She was Apache, born where the land stretched wide and no one owned another human being. Now she was displayed like property, her fate measured in coins and cruel curiosity. Still, she kept her back straight. Pain was temporary. Losing herself was not an option. The memory of her capture burned sharper than the sun above. Dawn had barely broken when the gunfire tore through her village. Horses screamed, children cried, and smoke swallowed the sky. She had fought, striking where she could, refusing to run while others needed her, but courage could not stop bullets. When darkness took her, it carried away everything familiar. She woke bound in a wagon, the rhythm of wheels replacing the heartbeat of home. In that moment, fear came, but it did not stay alone. It was followed by resolve. Now the market surrounded her. Men circled, some loud, some drunk on power, others silent but no less complicit. They spoke of her strength, her looks, her worth, as if she were an object to be used and discarded. Ayana listened carefully. Survival depended on understanding the enemy, and today the enemy wore many faces. She noted who laughed, who stared, who looked away too quickly. Weakness hid in many forms. The man holding her rope stood behind her, impatient, waiting for the highest offer. To him, she was already sold. To Ayana, nothing was finished. She reminded herself that chains could bind the body, not the mind. If she was to escape this fate, it would not be through force. It would be through choice, hers or someone else's, shaped by her words. That was when she noticed him. He stood apart from the crowd, not shouting, not bidding. His eyes were steady, troubled. He looked at her not as merchandise, but as a problem he had not yet decided how to solve. He had seen violence before. That much was clear. And unlike the others, he did not enjoy this scene. That difference mattered. Their eyes met. Ayana did not look away. She let him see the exhaustion, the fear, but also the fire she refused to surrender. Something shifted in his expression. Hesitation, maybe guilt. She understood then that this was the only opening she would get. Waiting would mean being sold to someone who saw her only as a possession. As the auctioneer's voice rose again, she leaned forward as far as the ropes allowed. Her knees burned against the dirt, but she ignored it. When the man stepped closer, close enough to hear her over the noise, she spoke. Her voice was quiet, cracked by thirst, but firm. She did not beg for mercy. She made an offer. "Don't buy me like an animal," she whispered. "If you buy me, make me your wife." The words hung between them, heavy and dangerous. Marriage was not love in this world. It was protection. It was a shield, a name, a chance to breathe another day. She knew the risk. She also knew that silence would doom her faster than any wrong choice. The man stiffened. He looked at the rope, at the men waiting to bid, at the woman kneeling but unbroken before him. The market continued its noise, unaware that a life balanced on this moment. Ayana held her ground. Whatever he decided, she had spoken as a woman choosing her path, not as a prisoner surrendering it. The man did not answer her right away. He stood there, the noise of the market washing over him, weighing more than the costs that would soon be demanded. Ayana could see the struggle in his eyes. This was not a simple decision of money or ownership. It was a choice that would bind him as well. Around them, the auctioneer continued calling out numbers, voices rising and falling, unaware that a single whisper had changed the nature of the sale. When the first bid came, the man stepped forward. His voice cut through the crowd, calm but firm. The bidding slowed, then stopped. Coins exchanged hands, and just like that, the rope in the captor's grip was passed to him. The transaction was done. Ayana felt the pull as he took hold. But it was different now, less rough, more deliberate. She did not relax. Safety was not guaranteed by a single moment. He led her away from the post, ignoring the stares that followed them. Some men muttered, disappointed. Others laughed, already bored and moving on. To them, the story was over. To Ayana, it was only entering a new and uncertain chapter. As they reached the edge of the market, he stopped. For a long moment, he said nothing. Then slowly, he loosened the rope binding her wrists. "Stand," he said quietly. Her muscles protested as she rose, pain shooting through her arms and legs. She kept her balance, refusing to show weakness. When she turned to face him fully, she saw exhaustion etched into his features, not cruelty. That did not make him safe, but it made him human. He met her gaze, searching for something, perhaps regret, perhaps assurance that he had not made a mistake. "I don't know what made you say that," he said at last. "But understand this. I won't own you like they wanted to." Ayana studied his face. measuring truth the way she had learned to read tracks in the earth. Then don't, she replied. But don't leave me to them either. They left the market together before dawn the next day, riding in silence. The land stretched open and empty, a reminder of what freedom once felt like. Ayana's body ached, and fear lingered like a shadow, but she watched the horizon carefully. She did not trust easily, not after what had been taken from her. Still, she noticed small things. The way he slowed the horse when the road grew rough. The distance he kept, the absence of chains. Days passed, each one testing the fragile agreement between them. He did not touch her without permission. He spoke little, but when he did, his words were plain and honest. Ayana began to understand that he was a man shaped by violence he had not chosen, just as she was a woman surviving violence she had not deserved. That did not erase the past, but it made room for something new. One night by a quiet fire, she finally spoke of her people. She did not tell him everything. Some pain was sacred, but she told him enough. He listened without interruption, without judgment. When she finished, silence settled between them. Not heavy this time, but thoughtful. "You're not my prisoner," he said, "and you won't be." Ayana looked into the flames, then back at him. "I didn't ask for rescue," she said. "I asked for a chance." He nodded. "Then take it." In that moment, she understood that survival had led her here, but choice would decide what came next. She was still Apache, still herself. The chains had been real, the fear undeniable, but they had not broken her. And as the fire burned low, Ayana knew one truth with certainty. She would never kneel in spirit again, no matter where her path led.